Since the first day of action on the 31st, well, there's been a lot of activity. Overtime bans, works to rule. There's been work a proper hours day. There have been mass workplace inspections by safety reps. There's been further strike action in the Passport Service and the Ministry of Defence. And now, of course, another day's strike on the 1st of May, International Labour Day.
I'm on the picket line at Globe House, the main London passport office. It's completely closed down. There's only about a dozen people inside.
We were on strike over pay at the end of March. The campaign's still going, the momentum's still there, and also the fact that they've arbitrarily decided to cut 1 in 4 jobs in this building and others in the central London area has galvanised people to be quite upset about the situation.
We're trying to build it up from the grassroots here, but it's quite tough here because there's quite a lot of higher grade people, and they're not so likely to strike as other people in other parts of the Home Office, for example immigration.
Right.
But with issues like the new Ministry of Justice coming up, where there's going to be people are worried about they're not going to get paid as much in the new department, that's going to certainly garner more support in the coming months.
There's a lot of support for the dispute. Obviously, the fight, the gap January and to now is having an effect, but people are generally can see that cuts are coming certainly within this department and elsewhere across the civil service, and we've got to make a stand against this and against pay. We're imposing a 2% pay limit, and that's going to be a pay cut for lots of people.
It's going pretty well at the moment. We've divided our forces. We've got group at staff entrance at the back, talking to people coming in over there, and we thought we'd make our presence felt here and give out some leaflets.
This museum is close here. We have 100% support. Some of who are out today and some who aren't, but we are fully supported.
So far, we've managed to close the reading rooms. Unfortunately, quite a few people have also crossed picket lines, but generally speaking, people have been very supportive. Quite a few people on the picket lines, you can see. So it's been a successful day.
We have better support this time around than January, so it's looking good so far.
Many of our colleagues haven't turned up, and here at the High Court, many of the associates to the High Court judges haven't turned up because they've been downgraded from Span 4 to Span 3, and there might be about 100,000 courts in the civil service, and this we cannot continue to accept.
The support is building. The support's getting stronger each and every time. I think since the first day, the government's still putting on the pressure onto the general public. In our area, personally, the security areas become under attack. So is the pay and grading review. They've downgraded posts, and I think members are extremely upset regarding the way they've been treated by the department. So in view of that, members are getting stirred up about it. Members are very unhappy. Members are coming out on strike. Members aren't putting up with it anymore, and all they want is better services, better terms and conditions from the department, and better pay.
I think it has been building. The management have been much harder this time. They can deal with one day, but the protracted campaign is causing some kickback from management. They're making life a lot harder for our members, but by and large they're standing up to it, and I think there's going to be a lot more determination.
We have to keep reminding members that when they voted for discontinued industrial action, which means that we have to take quite a few more in order to get the government to come back to the negotiating table and talk some sense, have a meaningful negotiation.
There's a lot of anger actually here in DCA because of the pay system that we've got, that they're trying to impose the DCA deal, which is a regional pay system, and it's going to mean that around a lot of staff are going to be on pay freezes for around 4 years or so.
Members are worried about their financial situation, job security and so on. So I think the PCS is delivering the message pretty well. I think. Hope the message is getting across to the government.
People are quite pleased, I think, overall. I mean, what we've got in DCA, we've got got an early day motion and we've got the support of 95 MPs so far, so we just need 5 more signatures and it can get debated. So I think things like that and that sort of like together with the Make Your Vote Count campaign, the national campaign, will actually be able to have an awful lot more influence.
I'd like to see just a bit more campaigning, well, continuing campaigning with MPs and things like that would be very helpful, and maybe some public awareness.
All our members will be out today, but there are a lot of questions asked, especially as some people feel it doesn't affect them directly. So that's our main campaign here, is for our staff and the public here to let them know that we all use public services and it affects all of us, all the job cuts.
You'd hope that there will be more solidarity from the other unions. After all, we do share the same aims.
They go to these rallies and they do the speech, got unison, work union, and they say that we're all supporting you. But I mean, where it really matters is to get out and strike on the same day and be united as one.
Prospect and FDA are not part of the strike today, which is a real pity, but we are getting some support from other unions, National Union of Teachers, UCU.
We're also getting a lot of messages of support from colleagues in other unions, and I think choosing the 1st of May from their point of view was very important.
I've come down here to show support to our brothers and sisters who struggle. Obviously, Blair's government is teaching these people in the same way as treating us on the London Underground. So we want to make it clear to everybody that we support all other trade unions and struggle.
We're on course to getting the other trade unions to join us. They're having future ballots. I think we're going to have to decide at a conference that we're going to take more decisive strike action.
The members are definitely for escalation. The department are still trying to be wrong and strong, and the members aren't going to put up with it. The members are ready to come out further days out if need be, taking work to rule and other forms of actions if necessary.
Well, I think people would like to see an escalation. There was a strike from other departments in March, and there was a working hours day in February. But I think we need to start hitting the employer where it hurts, to bring them to the negotiation table, to basically negotiate a fair and just system for everyone.
Our union leadership should be organising action in conjunction with the other public sector workers, public sector unions, to fight on exactly the same ground. There is a real mood amongst the membership for united action.